When I prepare potatoes this way, nothing is left. For our recipe, I'll be using 8 potatoes here. And I'll cut these potatoes into smaller pieces. We're going to make a super delicious potato recipe. It turns out really tasty. I've already cut all the potatoes. I'll take my potatoes now. I'll transfer them to the pan. I've already heated up the oil. I'm going to add all these potatoes here. I've put all the potatoes here. Look, I'm going to add a chopped onion here. And I'll add 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'll fry these potatoes. They'll become much softer. To prepare our potato pie recipe, which is going to be delicious. Look, our potatoes are almost ready. Nice and tender. I'll let them cook for a little longer. Meanwhile, I'm going to add 8 eggs to this bowl. And I'll beat them well. To add them to our potatoes in our recipe. Beat them well for 2 minutes. I've already beaten the eggs well. I'll take out my fork. And now I'll take my potatoes. They're already fried. I'm going to add them along with the eggs, and I'll mix the eggs with the potatoes. I'll bring this over to my stove. I'll use the same pan. I'll add a drizzle of oil. And I'll add our potato mixture here, right into the pan. I'll spread it out to form a layer. I'll turn on the heat. And now I'll add a layer of cheese, which is mozzarella, on top. A nice generous amount. And now I'll add a layer of ham, which will be the filling for our recipe. Cheese and ham to make it delicious. I've placed the ham here. Now I'll add more cheese, which is mozzarella, because you can't go without it. It turns out amazing in our recipe. And now I'll add the rest of our mixture on top. To cover this part, add it little by little. Let's spread it out. I'll keep the heat on low, so it cooks well. And we can flip our recipe later. Look, it's already cooked. I'll turn off the heat. And with this plate here, I'm going to flip my potato pie onto this plate. Look at how it turned out. And I'll put it back into the pan. I'll adjust it a little. I'll turn the heat back on. I'll let it cook on the other side for another 10 minutes. Our potato pie is ready. Now I'll transfer it to this cutting board. Now I'll cut it and take a portion of this pie. It's delicious. Nicely filled. I'll put a portion on my plate. And now comes the best part, tasting this delicious potato pie.